Hello everyone, myself Pallavi Patil from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to learn about the remaining part of Unit 1, that is the Introduction to Multimedia. In last video we saw the multimedia, types of multimedia, advantage of multimedia, use of multimedia, application of multimedia and different elements of multimedia. In this video, we will see the remaining part of Unit 1. What are the outcomes of this video? Learner will be able to understand basic of graphics, basic shapes, line, circle, rectangle, vector and raster graphics in multimedia. Last one, color models. So let's see first basic of graphics. The basic of graphics. First, what is a graphics? A graphics is an image or visual representation of an object. Therefore, the computer graphics are simply image display on a computer screen. Graphics are visual image or design on some surface such as a wall, screen, paper or stone. Graphics is a combination, is a combine, has a text and color. Graphics also called as a drawing. The basic of graphics, the different types like a basic shape. The first is a point. The point, a drawing point is often referred to as a floating point. The method to place a point is point bracket open x comma y bracket close. Now what is the x and y? Now simply the x argument is the amount of pixel from the left side of the sketch window. Then y argument is the amount of pixel from the top of the sketch window. That is a point. The next is a line. A line is connect two points. Once you learn to plot points, you can make lines. The method to draw a line is line bracket open x1 comma y1 comma x2 comma y2 bracket close. The x1 y1 argument are the location of the start point of the line. The x2 y2 argument are the location of the end point of the line. The next, ellipse. The ellipse are the bit different than lines and points. First, you place the center point of the ellipse. Then you specify the width and height of the ellipse. The method to draw an ellipse is ellipse bracket open x comma y comma width comma height bracket close. The x and y argument are the location of the center of the ellipse. The width height argument are the how width and tall the ellipse will be around the center. Next, rectangle. Rectangle are bit different than ellipse. First, you place the top left corner of the rectangle. Then you specify the width and height of the rectangle. The method to draw rectangle is rect bracket open x comma y comma width comma height bracket close. The x and y argument are the location of the top left corner of the rectangle. The width and height argument are the how width right and how tall down the rectangle will be. The next is a vector and raster graphics in multimedia. Vector graphics. They are point connect by line of various shape. More points or more line can make more complex shape. Now vector graphics that will be resized. The different example of the vector graphics, CAD program, flow chart, architectural drawing. The next, raster graphics. The raster graphics also has a raster image. A raster graphics also called bitmap is basically a large grid file filled with a box called as a pixel. Raster can represent complex photographic image. The more pixel in an image, the more accurate to the original it can be, the more pixel in the image. The higher the resolution of raster image are used when you need to show smooth transition of color and shade. The most common use is Photoshop, create the college Photoshop, the raster image, take a more hard disk space, then the same image in a vector format. The best example of the raster image is a Photoshop, movies and television. The next, the difference between raster graphics and vector graphics. The first, the raster graphics, they are composed of pixels. In a vector graphics, they are composed of path. In a raster graphics, refresh process is independent of the complexity of the image. In a vector graphics, vector display flicker when the number of primitive in the image become too large. In a raster graphics, the graphics primitive are specified in a term of endpoints and must be scanned convert into corresponding pixel. In a vector graphics, scan conversion is not required. In a raster graphics, can draw the mathematical curves, polygon and boundaries of curve primitive only by the pixel approximation. In a vector graphics, draw the continuous and smooth line. In a raster graphics cost is less. In a vector graphics cost is more is compared to the raster graphics. In a raster graphics, they occupy more space which depend on the image quality. In a vector graphics, they occupy the less space. In a raster graphics, different example in a file extension .bmp, .tif, .gif, .jpg. In a vector graphics, the file extension .svg, .eps, .pdf, .ai, .txf. This is a difference between raster graphics and vector graphics. The next is a color models. Color model is a mechanism which is used by computer system to generate a specific color by combining primary and secondary color. The system can have additive color model that is called as a primary color. It is a red, green, blue color model. RGB color model is a adaptive color model. It's a primary color model. The next is subtractive color model, is a secondary color model. It also called as a CMYK color model. Is a secondary color model, is a subtractive color model. The CMYK, the cyan, magenta, yellow color and key. We use along with the key. In a multimedia object can be developed using any color model. This object can be any form, image, video, audio. To develop multimedia object on can be used any tool or shape. Is based on the requirement. The user can choose any graphical shape like a rectangle, circle and line and use any color model. The CMYK is used stand for the color model used to offset printing or full color document. Because such a printing use ink of these 4 basic color, it is often called as a 4 color printing, where 2 color of RGB overlap. We see a new color format by mixing of 2 additive primaries. Thank you. The first chapter is complete. In the next video will be learn second chapter in my next video.